Welcome to the Long Live Taylor podcast.
Believe I'm still bejeweled.
Still bejeweled when I walk in the room.
I don't even think she's trying. I think she's very out there. Like, I want you to jump my bones.
We not know about her and Joe.
We were delusional.
Yeah, you're not going to win with that attitude.
I'm ready to win.
Ross is biting me. Stop biting. We're your hosts, Kaylan
And Leanna. Let's get ready to explore all the eras.
Welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Guilty as Sin off of the Tortured Poets department. I love this one. It has such a catchy melody.
I love this one.
What if he's written mine? Okay, should we just get into it?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Verse 1. Drowning in the blue Nile, he sent me downtown lights. I hadn't heard it in a while. My boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. Am I allowed to cry? I dream of cracking locks, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks, crashing into him tonight. He's a paradox. I'm seeing visions. Am I bad or mad or wise?
So good.
This one's so fun. Okay, so Drowning in the Blue Nile, he sent me downtown lights. Shout out to Genius for this one. Obviously, the Blue Nile is a river, but Genius says the downtown lights is a song by Scottish band The Blue Nile off their 1988 album Hats. The 1975's Love It If We Made It samples the intro hook of this song. It also says Matty Healy has named The Blue Nile as his favorite band of all time.
Yeah, I think we don't have to talk about it too much, but this song's about Matty Healy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so she is, she's drowning in this album. He sent her a song she hadn't heard in a while. Okay, this is when I really start to get into it personally because my boredom's bone deep. This cage was once just fine. Honestly, it can be, I mean, I don't know, Leanna. You're the perspective of the one in the relationship. So maybe you get bored, but I feel like when you're single, sometimes life can be so boring.
Well, I think that I was going to say, there are so many things I have to say, actually. Okay, so.
Say it.
My boredom's bone deep, this cage was just fine, I think is her talking about her relationship with Joe.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And, like, I was going to say how this relates back to Fresh Out the Slammer.
Yes, she's comparing the relationship to a cage, a.k.a. jail, Fresh Out the Slammer, and I love Fresh Out the Slammer.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh, I don't think about boredom being single. I think about boredom in her relationship. But that's how you know it's over. Because I was going to say I don't relate because I'm not bored.
Yeah, that's true. Well, see, but it's so funny how you can like project, or I project my own life. I'm like, oh, I'm so bored because I'm not in a relationship or whatever. But yeah, you're definitely right. I think that's the perspective she was coming from. And I love, love, love the line, am I allowed to cry? I made a TikTok about it because how I take it is she's like, I'm not even with this person. A lot of times I see this on TikTok and I've experienced this where like you're never even really dating someone. Maybe you're in a situationship with someone and then when it's over you're like so upset, but you're like, I don't have a reason to be upset. They were never my boyfriend. I was never actually dating them. So like, am I allowed? Will people judge me? And that's kind of how I view this line where she's like, I'm not even with this person, but am I allowed to cry? How do you view it?
I totally agree. I completely agree. I think people have an issue with people crying. Like, it makes others uncomfortable. So it's also, like, showing people are going to judge her for crying. But I do see, like, the reasoning behind it is, like, we're not even really together. Why am I letting my emotions take over? And why am I going to cry about this when it wasn't even this real relationship? I kind of see it because, like, even as fans, we're like, why is this album about Matty Healy? You just had 6 years with Joe. Why are we talking about Matty Healy?
You're right. Yeah.
Maybe a couple weeks, a couple months. Who knows? This long thing from years and years ago. It's building up, whatever it is. But the fans are like, what are you doing? Why are all these songs about Matty Healy? We don't care about Matty Healy because he was just this fling.
Yeah.
So she is right.
So
she predicted this perfectly.
That's so true. Well, going back to your earlier point, now that I'm thinking about it, do you think this, because she says, am I allowed to cry twice in the song? So do you think this beginning one is more about the relationship she's currently in? And my theory is the one where she says it at the end. Like, do you think she's saying, am I allowed to cry because I'm so miserable in this relationship? Can I show it? Kind of what you were saying, showing your emotions. It could be that too.
I think so. Just because it's like right after the my boredom's bone deep, this cage was once just fine. Like, she's kind of like, am I allowed to cry? Like, my relationship is supposed to be this amazing thing. It's been building up. And it's like, am I allowed to like not like this and want out?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. I like when she says, I dream of cracking locks, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks. There's so much mention of Taylor dying on this album.
Oh, yeah.
And I just like that, too, because it's just really real and raw. And I love when she's so real. And she's a pop star. She has this beautiful image, but she shows, like, even I get down sometimes.
Yeah.
And
well, I also think that it shows how toxic they were.
Yeah. Like, she felt really trapped and miserable.
Oh, I was going to say Maddie. Like, she said, like, you would kill yourself if I ever leaved. I said the same thing to Jack. Like, that's toxic.
Oh. Well,
I want to kill myself
I'm
if I
taking
can't
this
have you.
part. So is that what you're thinking it is? Because I thought it was, now that we're talking about the relationship, she's still, she's
I guess
wanting
I'm
to
going
get
back
out,
and
so she
forth.
wants to die.
No.
I know, me and you are both. I think it's both. I think it's about the current relationship, but also when you're like stuck in this toxic thing, it makes you want that other person even more. So she's almost desperate for him too. Yeah. It's both. Yeah.
I agree. I feel like, I'm going back and forth. But yes, this, I think, I dream of cracking locks, like getting out, breaking free, throwing my life to the wolves. Like, I don't know if I see that, like, as in death, to the wolves and the ocean rocks. I more see it to, like, the public and the haters and the scrutiny that she's going to get.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what it says, too, on Genius. It says this lyric is a reference to Swift's public life and her activities being continuously criticized by paparazzi, fans, and media. Everything Swift does or does not do is judged by the public without understanding her own values and aims.
Yeah,
I took it as straight up girl wants to kill herself to get out.
I mean,
but it makes sense. She's just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to throw my life to these people. Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I like the ending of the verse. Am I bad or mad or wise? Because she's like, am I bad for these fantasies? Have I gone crazy? Or maybe I'm smart because I need to use him to get out of this relationship. And it's actually what's best for me.
Yeah. I can't believe you just skipped over crashing into him tonight. He's a paradox.
Sorry. Go for it.
No, I like it because I think what she wants to use him for is exactly what he is, I guess. So, like, the whole, like, paradox thing. Like, in my mind, she's, like, thinking about him as he's, like, this amazing thing that's going to save her. But, like, also he's the thing that's going to ruin her.
True. Yeah. And she's crashing into him.
Well, like the ocean rocks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I going into the song makes me really love it even more. It's already one of my favorites. But now I'm just like,
It's so fun. And I love the melody, too. I think it's so catchy. What if he's written mine? Okay, chorus. Shall I go to the chorus?
Yes.
What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? One slip and fallen back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die. I keep recalling things we never did. Messy top-lit kiss. How I long for our trysts. Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin?
It is so good. I like a lot of this album, not just the song, but I feel like normally I am not like a huge fan of choruses. I like
on this
the
album.
detail of the verses, but the choruses on these albums are still amazing.
Yeah, they're so good. Okay, let's just do it line by line. So what if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind?
I mean, this is an innuendo, like, obviously, right?
Explain.
They're having sex. Right?
I didn't take it as, like, I just took it as, like, he's owning her.
Yeah,
like, taking ownership, like, this is my girl.
Yeah, in her vaginal area.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, and I think there's a part of the second verse, or there's a part later on the song where I love, but Yeah, she's fantasizing about...
Mm-hmm. No, this whole song she's fantasizing about having sex with him.
Yeah.
We could just put it out there. Do you want to make your
announcement?
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to say it now or not.
I think you should.
Okay, well, as most of our listeners know, I have been in a long-term relationship. Like, how do I preface
For how
this?
long? We should have him as a guest. Actually, no, he'll get us canceled. Wait, how long have we been together?
Okay, it'll be 7 years in September. So, like, 6.5.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
I don't know why all of a sudden I wanted to cry. Okay, right, continue.
So in 4 months, am I
going to be a part of your wedding party?
I'm sorry to let you know we're not having a wedding. When I told my mom that, she got so mad. I mean, it's not like 100% confirmed, but like we both basically decided we'd rather have just like a huge honeymoon, spend all our money on a honeymoon, and we'll probably have some sort of like gathering for our family, but like we're not gonna have a ceremony. I don't like to be in front of people. Why would I stand up and have everyone staring at me for a half hour?
Because we want to be selfish and have a wedding.
That's what my mom said. My mom's like, I'll pay for it. You don't have to just so we have a wedding.
She's like, I'll pay you to have a wedding.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't think so. If anything, it would just be like more like a huge cocktail hour. Like, there's definitely not going to be a ceremony. There's definitely not going to be dancing because we both don't like to dance. There's not going to be, like, this DJ playing songs. We'll probably just have, like, a playlist. And then, like, snacks and drinks, maybe. Or we'll have, like, just a sit-down dinner, like at, a hall or something with, like, a dinner or something. I don't know. But...
I'm disappointed, but okay.
Well, what we really want is,
money.
like...
Well, it's your mom's money, so let her pay for it and do it.
Who knows if she's actually committing to this. What we really wanted is like a destination wedding, but it's unrealistic. It's like,
no,
if I want to, who is gonna pay? No one's gonna pay thousands of dollars to fly to Europe because it's not gonna be here.
Can you do it in Hawaii?
It's more expensive to go to Hawaii than it is to go to Europe.
Oh,
so I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see when the time comes. There's no ring, so there's no engagement. No, we have agreed. We will be going by house. Then ring, then marriage.
Non-traditional.
Yeah. Our priority...
Throw a baby in there, too. I'm just kidding.
No, thanks. Our priority is the house. Not, like, the engagement wedding is not really a priority. We're like, we've been together. We know we're going to be together. It'll happen when it happens kind of thing. So when it happens, there may or may not be a wedding. So no, you will not be in the wedding party. Because there will be no wedding party.
My dreams are crushed. It's okay, though.
I'm sure you'll be Riley's maid of honor.
When is that going to be? I'm going to be old and crusty.
Oh, you'll be the matron of honor.
Oh, no, not this again.
Okay.
Anyway, go back to the story. Go back to the story.
Okay. As most people have seen, the trend on TikTok is, what if he's written mine on my upper thigh, and it is a tattoo of the girls getting their boyfriend or husband's handwriting mine on their upper thigh. So that is what I will be doing.
Oh my goodness, Leanna. Scandalous. I'm just kidding.
So, when this episode comes out, it will already be done, so nobody can convince me to not get it.
Cute. Okay, exciting. Okay, one slip and fallen back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die.
Okay.
I had to Google what hedge maze was.
Well, it's like, you know...
when it first came out.
You know, like a...
Like a maze.
Yeah, but like of
a corn
bushes.
maze.
Yeah, like a corn maze kind of thing. Yeah. My thing is, another word for this is a labyrinth.
That's what Genius says also. You're like really on to the Swifties level. Because this says, a callback to Swift's Labyrinth, lost in the labyrinth of my mind.
Mm-hmm. So, sorry, my brain malfunctioned. I need to pull up Labyrinth lyrics real quick so I can perfectly relate what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It didn't really think this through, I guess, this thought. Okay, so she's like, I'm falling in love again. I thought the plane was going down. How'd you turn it right around? And so I thought in my mind this was her and Joe, like they were going to break up, but then he changed things and things turned around and then she fell back in love with him and was like, wow, how did you change this all?
Yeah.
That's what I thought the song was about originally.
Me too. Me too.
But now I kind of feel like this could have been about Maddie.
It could have been, but in my mind, I like it more about Joe.
Me too. So we're going to keep it there. But I see how we can get that call back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I like this line. I keep recalling things we never did. Mm-hmm. Like she's remembering things that didn't happen. She's just wild in her imagination in this song.
Yeah. So do you think the next line is her imagination? Fake things that they did?
Okay, I have a confession about this next line. So the line is messy top lip kiss, how I long for our tryst. The whole time I thought it was messy top lip. Well, I didn't know what she was saying. Messy something kiss. And I thought it said how I long for our trips. Like I was she wants to go on a trip with him.
This is why I read the lyrics.
I read the lyrics
when I first listen.
Okay, and Genius says a tryst is
no, I know what it is.
Tell us.
It is a private romantic rendezvous.
Ooh. What the? Okay. Genius. The writer finds herself fantasizing about meeting and kissing the object of her overwhelming desire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so basically...
I liked how I long for our trips, though.
But it could... A rendezvous could be a trip.
True.
But it's like... how I longed for us, like, sneaking away and getting it on.
What's a top lip kiss? Is it, like, sucking the top lip?
So these are the other lips.
Supposed to be hot or something?
These are the other lips.
I feel like it's better if it's a bottom lip kiss. Like, that's more sensual.
You prefer to be kissed on the bottom.
Like a little lip sucking on the bottom, but like
but then you're on top. If he's on the bottom, you're on top.
I see what you're saying. That's going on the socials.
No, it's not. I was gonna say this isn't even gonna make it in the pod.
That'll be, come on, this is the juicy stuff that people want to see.
Okay, anyway.
No, I like the bottom. I'm just kidding.
You like to be on the bottom?
I'm just kidding.
No matter what, no matter what.
I was talking about sex.
I know, I see. But no matter what, if he's kissing your bottom, you're the top. If you're kissing his bottom, he's on the top. So no matter what, there's a top lip kiss. So I think she just prefers...
mathematically.
She messy top lip kiss, I'm guessing she's just saying he's kissing her top lip.
Yeah, okay.
We're way too into this.
Very detailed, I know.
Mm-hmm. Now I kind of feel
without
like
ever
gross.
touching his...
I'm just thinking about Maddie Healy, and I'm not a fan.
I feel gross.
Yeah.
I liked her and Maddie together, but I will say, like, I truly don't know about, like, the race. I heard racist stuff he said, so, like, that I don't like. But before I knew all of that, I liked their images together.
I just always saw him as, like, dirty. I can't see him otherwise. No, like, when I was in high school, I was like, ooh, I want to get into the 1975. I want to be this edgy girl who likes the 1975. And then I only listened to the song Chocolate, which was, like, the iconic song at the time. And I was like, And so then once I started listening to the other stuff, I was like, I don't really like this. And then I started seeing him, and I'm like, ugh, he just looks dirty. And he smokes cigarettes, and cigarettes are, like, my biggest ick. So...
Well, okay, here's the thing. Sidebar. I feel like the public views Taylor in general as this popular high school cheerleader. So I like the idea in my head of this popular high school cheerleader with this grungy bad boy. So then I think the public loves her and Travis because the cheerleader with the football player. But I don't like that because I don't really view her as a cheerleader. I feel like she's not a cheerleader. She's she's like Peyton Sawyer. Not Peyton Sawyer. Yeah. Peyton Sawyer. Peyton from One Tree Hill. Peyton Sawyer. She puts on this cheerleader image, but inside she's like this goth. So I liked her being with like another like broody guy, Maddie Healy. But again, this is just all my outside perspective, like making it into tropes.
Yes. Well, see, I view Taylor as the nerdy, poetic writer.
Yes.
So yes, I don't see her with the goth, dirty boy on the street. I like the trope of like the big jock coming in to save the little girl who just likes to write stories.
Okay, and I do like that because that's why people compare them to Nathan and Haley on One Tree Hill. See, I get a lot of my landscape's not the right word. I get a lot of my how I view relationships from One Tree Hill because Nathan and Haley was like the little nerd artist, and Nathan was the not nerdy jock. So I like it when I view them like that.
Good.
Not that any of this matters.
You're feeling the Travis Taylor.
I've been watching so many New Heights clips, and I think he's hilarious. Like I've just been dying at the podcast. I'm like, he's actually really funny. Some of the stuff he says. I'm like, wow.
Yay.
But anyway, without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty of sin? Have you ever been in a situation like this?
Yes. We don't need to go there. I just wanted to say, I looked up guilty as sin because in my mind, I'm just like, does this make sense? But apparently it just means like you're super, super guilty.
Yeah, I think it's just an expression.
Yeah, but I guess I've just never heard the expression before.
Yeah, I don't think I really have either.
So it's okay. I showed how I was smart in other ways in this song, so you can't think I'm stupid just for not knowing this.
I didn't think you were stupid. But we do have to go there. That's what this podcast is about.
True.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't relate. I feel like a lot of Taylor songs usually jump out at me right away as something I can relate to. But on this album, I've had to really like give it time and like really think to be like, oh, I guess I have related to that. Which is maybe why it wasn't one of my favorites to begin with, because I feel like Midnight's a whole bunch stuck out to me of like, oh my gosh, my life. Like I was envisioning my life right away. And this one was a little bit harder to do. But I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've definitely like fantasized about people that probably shouldn't have. And I was guilty for doing that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's not, I don't have to go super into details. But yeah, it's just like you want to be with someone that you shouldn't be with, or it's frowned upon, or
they're taken.
Otherwise. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Or you're taken, as she was.
Ooh, you're right. Okay, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
I keep these longings locked in lowercase inside a vault. Someone told me there's no such thing as bad thoughts, only your actions talk. These fatal fantasies, giving way to labored breath, taken all of me. We've already done it in my head. If it's make-believe, why does it feel like a vow we'll both uphold somehow? Okay, I have something to say. This could be way off. But I've heard a lot of people say, and I don't really care to be honest, but it's going to make sense, that like other songs like Cardigan are really about Maddie Healy. And I wonder, like when she says in lowercase inside a vault, two things come to mind. Folklore was in lowercase, so what if that was the longing? And the vault, what if some of these vault songs were about him too? Because these people say it's been on, like the situationship's been happening for so long. So that's just something I thought of. What do you think about that?
I will just let you know that Reddit agrees with you.
Woo!
Reddit thinks that
smart too.
folklore, everlore, is what she is talking about inside the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's so funny because I literally just read this.
Oh, that's what it says on Genius too. Wow, we don't even need Reddit or Genius because we're thinking of all of it on our own.
Mm-hmm. So basically, it's right here. Her only albums in lowercase. Is this the vault track from a folklore era? Like this song was in that vault, in that era. But someone said, I see a lot of people saying that folklore is the vault where Taylor kept her longings locked. But doesn't she say, I keep these longings locked, lowercase, inside a vault? Vault is basically a song that is made for a certain album that doesn't get published in the end. So it's a metaphor of how much she was hiding her longings for that person, the same way she hides those songs in the vault.
Yeah.
That's why I love Reddit.
Wow.
Because if you don't understand something on Reddit, if you don't understand something, Reddit can just give you 50 million perspectives so you can get it.
Yeah. I like this part. Someone told me there's no such big thing as bad thoughts, only your actions talk. That is such therapy talk, because so many therapists talk about, and in my psychology classes, they're like, everyone has crazy thoughts. Like people could have thoughts of murdering someone, but it's what you do with those thoughts. So it's okay if you have bad thoughts.
See, I think the exact opposite of this. I think that if you're thinking bad thoughts, okay, these bad thoughts she's talking about is doing something sexual with another man. And in my head, no, if you are thinking about cheating, that's good enough for me. You want out. Our relationship's not making it. No. If you're thinking about having sex with someone else, I don't want to be with you. So I don't care if you act on those or not.
I think it depends. I think what therapists are trying to say is like if it's a fleeting thought, like if it's not it sounds like she's sitting over here having like extensive sessions of fantasizing. I think if it's just something that pops up in your head, they're like, oh, everyone has intrusive thoughts sometimes, just let it go. But you're right. This is like a whole new level of, and I feel like your thoughts can turn into your behaviors a lot of times.
Yeah.
But then she does in the next line call them fatal fantasies. So there you go. Giving way to labored breath. Oh my gosh, she's so sexual in this song. I like how she is when she's sexual, though. She's not like rappers that are like, yeah, F, blah, 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 I'm gonna go down, blah, 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 beep, beep, beep. Like, she makes it, like, sensual.
Yeah, this whole song is very sensual.
Then she says they've already done it in her head.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I forgot to say this, that the song Downtown Lights by the Blue Nile is a very sensual song. So, like, it kind of is, like, foreshadowing this whole song being sensual.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, giving way to labored breaths, taking all of me, that is... Girlfriend. I feel like I'm inside your bedroom.
We're on the bed with her.
Yeah.
If it's make-believe, why does it feel like a vow will both uphold somehow?
That's such a good line. Like, because it just feels so real to her.
Yeah. And a genius says this, and that's something I was going to say too. The usage of vow here is interesting, alluding to a deeper commitment like marriage. Other songs in this album suggest Maddie Healy led her to believe in a false future, and this is another reference to that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
anything
Jesus.
else on this verse before we get to the next chorus?
No.
Okay. This next chorus, I think, might actually be my favorite part of the song.
Really?
I feel dirty.
It is crazy.
It's my favorite part of the song.
We just get dirtier.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So she goes again. What if he's written mine on my upper thigh, only in my mind? One slip and fallen back into the hedge maze. Oh, what a way to die. This is my favorite part right here. My bed sheets are ablaze. I screamed his name, building up like waves, crashing over my grave. Without ever touching his skin, how can I be guilty as sin?
Okay, before we get into the other stuff, I just want to have this little callback to the other part. So it says, like, I know, building up like waves crashing over my grave. We will talk about what it means later. But I do think it is funny that she says waves crashing over my grave, because she says, like, throwing my life to the wolves or the ocean rocks. And so if she did throw herself into those ocean rocks, then the waves are crashing into her and she's probably dead, like, over her grave. So I just wanted to say that before we get into the sexual stuff.
You're like, let me put the literal meaning before we get into it.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not really literal either. I'm just saying, like, there are multiple meanings that you could get from it.
I don't want to I feel like embarrassed to talk about it.
Why?
I feel like I should just read what I should really, Genius explains it perfectly.
Okay, wait, let's start with, oh, what a way to die. My bed sheets are ablaze. I've screamed his name. Should I just say it? Does Genius say masturbation?
It doesn't say masturbation. It says the comparison of the sensation to waves crashing over a grave implies an overwhelming, intense feeling that builds up gradually, akin to the buildup and release of sexual pleasure during an orgasm.
Okay, I was going to say, it has to say orgasm.
And then it says, La petite mort. French pronunciation, the little death, is an expression that refers to a brief loss or weakening of consciousness, and in modern usage refers specifically to a post-orgasm sensation as likened to death.
Wow.
I don't know where that came from, but I think it's the graves part, building up like waves crashing over my grave.
Yeah. Okay, good. We don't have to talk about masturbation. They gave everything we needed to talk about.
Well, I just love how she writes about it, though.
Yeah, like, it doesn't seem dirty.
She doesn't say, like, I got myself off. Like, she's saying it so beautifully.
I know.
Like, wow, Taylor.
Yeah.
And the way it, like, goes with the melody, too. Like, you feel it. You don't feel it, but you feel what she's trying to say.
There is, like, a crescendo.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
This is so bad.
Anyway. I know.
If there was any episode where I mark not good for kids, it's this one.
Now that we've gotten crazy here.
Now that the climax is over.
And we can, calm down. Okay, bridge. That's my favorite part of the song, though. I think it's so good. It's so good.
I do. I think it is beautifully written and expertly. She says exactly what she is feeling without being raunchy.
Yeah. Bridge. What if I roll the stone away? They're gonna crucify me anyway. What if the way you hold me is actually what's holy? If long-suffering propriety is what they want from me, they don't know how you've haunted me so stunningly. I choose you and me religiously.
So, you know how I looked up the stone part, but now I realize, like, the whole bridge is kind of like that religiousness. I'm not religious. Yes. I don't know anything about Christianity.
So, yeah.
I looked up the stone, rolling of the stone. I guess the stone was moved away for Jesus to be resurrected, I guess?
Yes.
To come out of his tomb.
Yes.
So, like, she's coming out. She's going to, tell the world this. Like, no matter what, she's going to get crucified. So might as well stop holding this in, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, honestly, this rolling the stone away, I don't fully get, but the crucifying I get. And this is something interesting also from Genius. So she's comparing herself to the story of Jesus Christ, which a lot of Christians don't like, but that's a whole other story. And she says, Genius says, which I didn't realize or make the connection to, she made a visual reference to herself being crucified in the Look What You Made Me Do music video. She, like, holds her arms up like Jesus when he was crucified, and it's a T instead of a cross.
Oh my gosh.
But I think she's basically saying, like, no matter what I do, they're gonna hate me, so I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then her saying, what if the way you hold me is actually what's holy? She's comparing, like, a one-on-one human connection to, like, a religious experience, kind of like she did in False God. Like, heaven's a thing. I go there when you touch me. I think she's saying, like, this is religion. Like, this is spirituality, not actual religion.
Mm-hmm. And then I like if long-suffering propriety is what they want from me. So, like, it means, like, conforming to norms. Like, they want her to be this, like, perfect thing that they, like, fans, media, everybody has put on her.
Yeah. They don't know how you've haunted me so stunningly.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, girl. Sometimes people just don't know you have this person that's been on and off for years. Like, it sounds like her and Maddie were.
Yeah.
Or maybe not even on and off, just something they're brewing. Some kind of tension.
Yep. I choose you and me religiously. She would choose him time and time again.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly. No, but for real, though, I need to know what happened. I need to know if they are never speaking ever again.
Okay. So then the chorus repeats. Nothing really changes. It goes back to that original chorus, the less dirty chorus. An outro. I love this outro because I think the way this whole song begins, flows through, and ends is just beautifully written. Mm-hmm. Like, so beautifully written. So she goes back to the outro. He sent me downtown lights. I haven't heard it in a while. Am I allowed to cry? Then it ends. I think it's almost like the beginning, she's saying he sent me downtown lights, and then we enter her fantasy. Like, we zoom into the fantasy, and then the end, she's zooming back out. Like, oh, this was just a fantasy. This wasn't real. I'm listening to this song, and that's what I was imagining. But I love, love, love the line. Again, I said this in the beginning, am I allowed to cry? Because she's like, am I allowed to feel this way? Like, I was just going to say that's one of the worst feelings, like when you have a feeling and then you don't even know if like you're allowed to express it or if people will like understand why you feel that way.
I was gonna say that I feel like after the song she's like justifying herself throughout the song to say like, am I allowed to cry? Like, I just showed you how I'm feeling. Is it allowed now?
Oh, that's a good point. I took it as like she's confused still. Like, this whole song is giving me also confusion. Like, she's like, why am I feeling one way? And she's kind of like unsure of her feelings in this song, except the horniness. She's sure of that.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why the horniness is clouding her judgment.
It could do that to us sometimes. It does that sometimes to people who I know of. Okay, anyway.
No, yeah. I agree. Sometimes you don't know if you're making the right decision. Sometimes you don't know if you're acting properly.
On hormones or logic. Exactly. Sounds like the hormones were rushing for her.
The head or the head?
Anyway. No, that's good. Okay. Any other final thoughts on this song?
I don't think I can get anything else out. Yeah.
We said more than we should have. Okay. Good job, Taylor. Love this song.
I do love this song. It is one of my favorites from the album.
Okay. Let's move on to our game segment. Drop sorry, go.
Everything now.
Meet me. See, she was feeling some type of way even back then. Okay. So we have some technical difficulties we're trying to sort out. So for this episode and probably the next episode, we're going to switch up the game a little bit. And instead of guess the song, we're going to name a lyric.
Well, it is guess the song.
And we have to
guess the song.
It's guess the song. We're guessing the song, but based off a lyric, not the intro. Mm-hmm. So I think we should go on Taylor Swift's discography, shuffle it up.
Mm-hmm. That's what I just
did. Pick a random lyric and then tell it to the other person.
I'm very nervous.
I can go since you changed it.
Okay. I'm like, let me just scroll.
Okay. I'm ready. Okay.
These walls that they put up to hold us back will fall down.
Change.
Yes.
So I sneak out to the garden to see you.
I'm not going to get this.
Leanna, this
Love
is
story.
An easy one. Yes. See, you got it.
Yeah, I have to sing it. We're going to go back to Leanna singing things again.
Leanna's singing segment.
Will that make your memory fade from this scarlet maroon?
Electric Touch. Wait. Is it off of the Tortured Poets Department? Oh, it's from the how do you say it? Anthology?
Anthology. Yes, it is. That's why I knew you wouldn't get it.
Because I've only listened to the anthology once. Well, there's thank you, Amy, I've listened to twice. Okay. Well, I already lost, but let me just try to guess at least.
Okay. We should, at some point, we should talk about this song.
Is it I'm Gonna Get You Back?
No. But that song is so good.
It's not The Prophecy. It's not Peter.
You're not going to get it.
Thank you, Amy.
You want to look through the list of titles?
What is it? Tell me what it is. Just tell me.
It's Chloe or Sophia. I mean, it's Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus.
I think I actually liked that one. I really liked it when I read the lyrics.
It is a really good song. And so, because of this line specifically, people think Maroon is about Maddie Healy.
Yeah.
This is a really good song.
That's how I knew, because I remember seeing something online about Maroon, and then I was like, oh, and then people saying it, so I knew it had to be a new one. Okay, I'm going to try to give you one, though, now.
Okay,
to see if you can get it. Okay, I'm going to give you a hard one.
Okay, great.
Love left me like this, and I don't want to exist. I give you a hard one.
Is this on Torture Poets?
Yes.
Can I look at the titles?
Fine.
Okay.
I'm in a generous mood since I have some caffeine.
I still don't know if I'm going to get it. LOML?
No.
Is it on Anthology?
No.
Oh my god. I listen to the Anthology more. Love left me like this and I don't want to exist.
Mm-hmm. I would not get this if I were you. I'm like, what? This line is in this song? I never caught it.
I don't know. What is it?
Florida!
Really?
One hell of a drug. Yep.
I'm like, let me go see where it is. What's the next line after it?
It says, it's one, love left me like this and I don't want to exist. And the next line is, so take me to Florida. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in.
Okay, so are we going to go again now that we both lost?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Okay. Lost the game of chance. What are the chances?
Is this a new one also?
I can't tell you yet until you start to concede.
I
will say yes, it is on Tortured Poets Department.
Is it LOML?
No. Why did we both guess that?
It sounds like it would be on that song.
If you would have told me this line, I would have gotten it because I'm obsessed with this song. It's How Did It End? This is the track 5 of Anthology. Yeah, but it's the track 5. And it hits.
Okay, well, it's your turn.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a hard one because ask me why so many fade, but I'm still here.
Oh, I know this song. Can I
know it.
How much time do I have to sing it? It's definitely Midnights.
That was 6 seconds. Yep.
I
was looking at the recording. And it was more than 6 seconds. Now it's like 20 seconds.
Okay, well, just let me. You're clouding my thoughts. I need to.
Okay, I'll be silent for 5 more seconds.
No! I'm under too much pressure. I know it.
You don't. You lost already.
I do know it.
You know it, but you haven't said it.
Yeah, but you didn't know it at all. Okay, let me. It's not Maroon. It's not Antihero. It's not Vigilante shit. It's not Karma. It's not Glitch. It's not Woulda, Coulda, Shoulda. It's not Dear Reader. None of the ones I said are correct, right?
You said one of them. That's it.
Wow. Is it Karma?
Yes. I would have known that right away because I scream that line. Like, that's my favorite line of the song. I think I'm like, ask me why so many fade. I'm still here.
I hear it in the Eras tour. So I was trying to figure out what song she played on the Eras tour because I hear it live. Okay, you're next, I guess. We're going to keep going.
Oh, this game goes on forever.
Okay, I think you're going to know this one.
Okay.
I took the miracle move on drug. The effects were temporary.
Fortnite.
Yep.
That's because we did it.
I know.
So
but I didn't want to cheat and give you a harder line. Now I go.
So do you go now?
Yeah. And then if I lose, then I lose.
Okay. Ugh. Heartbreak is the national anthem. We sing it proudly.
Maybe I can build a cat. New Romantics.
Yes. Ah, the game continues.
Remember I lost on that song before?
No, I don't remember.
Oh, I was singing New Romantics for like a whole minute, and I didn't get it. I couldn't get the title.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I remember.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And she's the kind of book that you can't put down.
This is the freaking anthology, isn't it?
No.
Oh. Shoot. But it's Tortured Poets.
No.
Oh. It's that song, Emma something.
Why did I get to tell you no? Why did I get to answer you?
Well, because you told me, so that's your decision.
So what's the title?
Oh my god, I'm going to be so canceled by Swifties if I can't say this freaking title. I'm really going to be canceled. It's Emma...
Your seconds are running out. It's been 5 seconds.
Emma... Freak. I don't know it. Emma with a smile. Emma with a crown. Emma Stone is my best friend. What is it?
When Emma falls in love.
Ah, freak. Okay, well, you have to go now then.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
When Emma falls in love. I can't believe it. I can't believe I don't know the title of that
You
song.
better start studying.
I know. Okay, you're definitely going to get this. Okay, wait. What would you do, baby, if you only knew?
Why did you jinx me and say you're definitely going to get this? What would you do, baby, if you only knew?
Yeah. What would you do, baby, if you only knew?
This is off of Red.
No. I'm only telling you because you told me.
Yeah. Is this off of 1999?
No.
I have no idea. Can I get the line after it? Can I get the line after it?
No, because it has the title.
Can I get the line before it?
Okay. I could see you, make me want you even more.
Read them together.
I could see you, make me want you even more. What would you do, baby, if you only knew?
Wait. And it's not I Can See You?
It's I Can See You.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to read me the line.
I didn't think it because I didn't realize it until after I said it that it's I could see you. And I'm like, shit.
That's why I had you read them together because I was like, wait, why would she read me it if it was that? Okay, you're
so
next.
Should we just say you won? Okay, yeah,
no,
keep going.
What do you mean? I didn't win.
Okay.
I had no idea.
Go, go, go.
This is the longest recording ever.
Go, go, go. Getaway car.
The one we danced to all night long.
Oh, is it Starlight?
No. I thought this was going to be too easy for you.
What is it?
It's Tim McGraw. The one we danced to all
man,
night long.
all night
the
long.
moon like a spotlight on the lake.
On the lake. Oh, man.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay.
This is never ending.
This is so easy. Oh, you're lucky. Lord save me, my drug is my baby.
I'll be using for the rest of my life. Don't blame me.
Yes.
I win.
Congratulations.
That was so long.
You won. That was so long.
I'm not even going to be able to make that a
like,
clip for TikTok.
Part 1, part 2, part 3.
I have part 3 for this week. I have only posted 2 parts. Did I post yesterday? I don't remember. I did.
Wow.
Anyway,
congratulations, Leanna. Now the outro's going to suck. Thanks a lot. I'm just kidding. Congrats, Leanna won. It was a very intense game this week, so well deserved.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for listening along, everybody, to Guilty as Sin. It was a very spicy episode to dissect. As always, make sure you please rate this podcast and give it a like if you're listening on YouTube. Any reviews you leave also really help with listeners. And make sure you're following us on TikTok and Instagram at Long Live Taylor Pod. I posted a really funny clip that's doing well of a scene from The Notebook, so go check that out. Or we posted it. And oh yeah,
email us
any requests. Yeah. See, I'm thrown off when I lose. I'm just kidding. If you have any requests, comments, concerns, email us at longlivetaylorpod@gmail.com. And we will see you next week. Thanks for listening.
Bye.